So I'm going to start by giving you an outline of what we're going to do today. So we're going to start with a sustained ah. So you're going to be holding that for as loud as you can and as long as you can. Then we're going to move to saying ah in our scales. So from low to high, from high to low. For as long as you can and as loud as possible. Then we're going to come up with a functional phrase. That can be any phrase that you say at any time during the day. Something that's functional for you. So everybody's is different. And we're going to repeat that 3 times. And finally, we're going to do some conversational speech. You're going to read an article in a crowded area. Okay. So first thing we're going to do is start with an ah. So ah, you're going to repeat it for as long as you can and as loud as you can. So go ahead. Ah. That was really good. We're going to try it one more time for as long as you can and make it as loud as you can. It doesn't matter how loud you are, just as loud as possible. That was very good. Okay. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to do our scales. So from low to high and high to low. I'm going to demonstrate. So you're going to say, ah, ah, just like that. We're going to do it multiple times. So go ahead. Ah, oh. Remember, as loud as possible. Ah, oh. That was better. Let's do it one more time, as loud as possible. Oh. This is a very good job. Now we're going to do our functional phrase. So what is your functional phrase?
I have a question.
Okay, that's a good one. So you're going to say, I have a question, as loud as possible. Okay, go ahead.
I have a question.
Let's try it one more time. Take a deep breath and say, I have a question, as loud as possible.
I have a question.
Okay, we're going to do it again, as loud as you can.
I have a question.
That was a lot better. Thank you. That was very good. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to try some conversational speech. So we're going to be reading aloud from an article, and we're going to do that while people are having conversations background noise. So let me get your article. There you go. If you'll read that for me, I've got it marked off.
To say I disliked my kitchen is an understatement. In fact, when friends came over to our house, I'd skip the kitchen on the tour.
Remember to be as loud as possible.
It wasn't functional, it wasn't pretty, and it wasn't me. After 2 years, my husband Neil and I finally crunched the numbers and figured out how we could afford to renovate this room and bring it up to par with the rest of the cottage.
I want you to read it a few more times. We're going to be as loud as possible. Make it really loud. I want to really be able to hear you over the conversations.
To say I disliked my kitchen is an understatement. In fact, when friends came over to our house, I'd skip the kitchen on the tour. It wasn't functional, it wasn't pretty, and it wasn't me. After 2 years, my husband Neil and I finally crunched the numbers and figured out how we could afford to renovate this room and bring it up to par with the rest of the cottage.
That was very good. Let's try it one more time, as loud as you can.
To say I disliked my kitchen is an understatement. In fact, when friends came over to our house, I skipped the kitchen on the tour. It wasn't functional, it wasn't pretty, and it wasn't me. After 2 years, my husband Neil and I finally crunched the numbers and figured out how we could afford to renovate this room and bring it up to par with the rest of the cottage.
That was better. That was a very good job. So put that from you. Thank you.